After a man failed to appear in court the first time for a domestic violence charge, the judge was not happy and not willing to cut this man any slack, and to make things worse, he came without a lawyer but a lot of attitude.
I don't need an attorney.
You're a lawyer?
Nope. Don't really give a to be honest with you.
That's going to cost you 30 days in the county jail for contempt. Cuff him if you got the cuffs. Hold on, it's $5,000 cash surety bond, subject to the temp.
And well, swearing at the judge caused him 30 days in county jail with a 5,000 bond. But the man was not done.
You can either make life easy or you can make life hard.
I already ruined my life.
That's 60. You want to go for 90? That's 90 more. That's 180.
When an 8-year-old was selling water to save up for a trip to Disneyland, a lady for some reason gets super upset and called the police on her for selling water without a permit.
Calling police on an 8-year-old little girl. You can hide all you want. The whole world gonna see you, boo.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit? Yeah.
On my property.
It's not your property.
And to make things worse, she told that she didn't actually call 911, but San Francisco PD released the phone call.
Hi, I'm having someone that does not have a vendor permit that's selling water across from the ballpark. Talk to you about that?
Okay, 1 second. Let me transfer you over to the police department. Hang on.
Needless to say, the police never showed up.
Complaining about someone's name is not a good thing to do because it targets a couple's neighbor was not happy with the new fence they put up, as she believed it was too close to her property, and rather than communicating or calling the city law enforcement, took action into their own hands. Thankfully, the soup was already cold when she threw it, so there were no injuries, but an angry customer made a pickup order of soup, and when she went back to her place realized the soup was so hot it melted the plastic. So she drove back to the restaurant to ask for a refund to replacement meal, and the manager said of course, but before she even got the chance to help her, the customer threw the soup at the employee's face.
Once the soup was not enough to really burn me. I mean, as you can see, I have no injuries from that itself. But the spices from the soup are what my eyes were stinging so bad.
It's hard to understand why someone would have an issue with a service dog at a store, but if you do, it should be left to the employees to handle. An older woman was not having a good day and took it out on a man that had a service dog, claiming it wasn't really a service dog despite her having no proof. It escalated to the point in which she kicked the man that had the dog and police were called.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
So the asshole really did call you, huh? I asked the man why he had the dog in here. It's a service dog. Where's his document? Where's his proof? I don't have to show you. The law says I don't have to. I said, well, we'll go up to the desk then. I don't have to show them either. I said, because he's not a service dog. And then the dog jumped on me. So I turned around and I kicked him in the ass.
Despite it being understandable how some gym goers or owners get annoyed by very loud exercises such as deadlifting with a lot of weight, a gym Karen took it too far by calling out a girl that barely dropped a bar with no weight.
Excuse me, can you read? Please?
I didn't drop the weight, I dropped the ball.
How much does that weigh?
There's no weight. There's no weight. I weigh something, am I weight?
Yes.
Fast food is usually fast, but if you go during peak hours or someone places a huge order, there is only so much employees can do. After waiting for 10 minutes in the drive-thru, a woman had enough and went inside and started making a mess. And she even had the audacity to call the police and tell them she wants her money back.
I want my money. I'm not going nowhere. The police will have to get here.
Thank you, dear.
Come on,
But perhaps the weirdest part is the dance she did right before leaving, and the sheriff in the town took the opportunity to make some puns.
But she created a McMess. And she acted like a McNut.
A good thing to learn that the gym is not your personal film studio, so you can't really be upset if someone walks by your camera.
Like Hello, side eye, throw weights.
Bowling is a fun activity to do with friends and family, but this individual turned into a high-stakes battle. Apparently, she was not happy that this man was rolling the ball at the same time as her instead of waiting, which made no sense since he was not even been on the same lane.
To learn how to wait your turn when you're bowling next to my family?
How do I have to wait a turn? We're on different lanes.
That's the problem. You see, you're not supposed to go when other people are going because I could be a professional and you could be screwing me up.
When a woman bought a lottery ticket at a store, she told her nephew that they would share the winnings if they won. So they both wrote the names on the ticket, and well, the ticket ended up being worth $1.2 million. When they went to collect the winnings at the lottery headquarters, the woman wasn't happy at all and said she meant to split the winnings only if it wasn't the jackpot.
And now he's trying to lie and say I said split. I said split with the 50-50, not with no JCAs. I'm taking him to court. I'm getting my lawyer tomorrow.
Whose name was on the ticket?
Me and Tyrone.
You and Tyrone?
I put his name on the ticket for good luck.
Why did you do that?
Because he's like a son to me. He was.
She did keep her word and took her nephew to the court, but ended up reaching a settlement.
They are both satisfied with the terms of the settlement. It was reached mutually in order to avoid further court proceedings and to bring this matter to a final conclusion.
A routine traffic stop for speeding in Florida turned into a very bizarre interaction between a policeman and the woman, who believed that she did not need a driver's license and she was not driving a commercial vehicle, which is not a law at all.
You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not?
15-7, 41 with me. Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Turn around.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
If there is someone that you want to be respectful to, is the person that decides on your future. Ironically, this law student at the University of Miami was rude during the entire trial, but the judge finally lost it when he insulted her judgment right after giving her sentence.
Wrong.
That's your opinion.
No, that's my ruling, pal. And let me tell you something, Mr. University of Miami Law School. I taught at UM for many, many years, and you right now are embarrassing us. You do not show that kind of disrespect, okay?
In a very frustrating video to watch, a girl parked her car in the parking lot at the place she worked at. In the middle of her shift, a woman came into the store asking who owns the BMW because they parked over the line and hit her car. This obviously doesn't make sense because she was parked there first. So she goes and takes a look which clearly shows the older woman parked way over the line and was the one who actually hit the car. But the Karen decided to stick with her story.
She didn't hit a car.
You did.
I did not because I have been here. I'm sorry, you're not over the line. You're not over the line. You're not over the line.
A city council turned politics into theatrics when a former council member slightly hit the commissioner in the head and she waited to beat her to and proceeded to roll onto the floor in apparent agony. That would even make some footballers proud.
Hey, stop that woman from leaving the room. She should be arrested.
There is no real explanation for this woman's action, but a lady who was on her way to take out the trash decided to not let someone that lives at the apartment on the elevator and insisted for her to take the stairs.
Stairs over there. Please hurry up. I'm literally just trying to go home.
You want to start? Go to the stairs.
I'm going to send this to the office because this is unacceptable. I will.
This video actually went viral and people had very mixed reactions about it. A woman went to her window seat on a plane just to see a woman sitting there already. When she told the woman that was her seat, she asked if she could switch since she wanted to sit next to the kid. And well, the lady said she doesn't mind as long as her seat is a window seat as well. But it was a middle seat, so she said no.
Well, I just thought I could switch with you because these are my kids. And she pointed to the two seats next to her. Sure, I'm happy to switch with you as long as it's a window seat. And she said, oh, it's right here. And she said it like, oh yeah, great, it's right here. And so I thought, oh, it must be the window seat. But then she pointed to the middle seat that was in the row right behind the seat where I was supposed to be sitting.
On one hand, it's easy to see why the mother wanted to sit with her kids, but maybe she should have picked her seats in advance.